Hi everyone. I just wanted to add my voice to what I see as a growing chorus of people speaking out about tribalism and its potential to be harmful to our success as a species for survival. I can see where it may have been beneficial to us once when we were more disparate bands of roaming souls, but in our modern era with weapons of mass destruction and population density, I think it's dangerous. And in the wake of things like the Paris murders and other things, I can see where it is dangerous to us. And this isn't just religious extremists. It goes to different social groups and movements and the way different people interact with one another along racial lines and gender lines, and even with regards to civil defense and things like that. I'm a little bit troubled, I have to say, by the popularity of the movie American Sniper. And it's not because I specifically disagree with certain military actions. While I do, that's not what concerns me the most. What concerns me the most is it seems to be appealing to tribalism, and I think that that's dangerous. There are many critics of the movie, and most of them have come speaking out against it in, I think, a negative way, and it doesn't help anything. It actually fans the flames of this same tribalism. But some of the very quotes from the movie concern me. For instance, a reference that apparently Chris Kyle actually made about some of the insurgents that he witnessed and stuff like that they're savages. This is not a very empathetic viewpoint, and I don't expect the sniper that's tasked with defending his own men, as having a necessity of empathy. But then again, when you're killing people, and this goes further to one of the other quotes that I heard him making was that not on his watch was a mother going to get the knock on the door kind of thing to say that her son had been killed. Well, there are however many hundreds of confirmed versions of that actually did happen specifically because of that. And I'm not here to question the validity of that particular action. What I am saying is that complete disregard for that is tribalistic. And I think that it really is the root of a lot of the problems that we're currently facing. And it's certainly the religious extremists are the biggest example of that. I mean, really religion, if you think about it, it is tribalistic. Religion says that you're going to heaven and those other people that don't believe are going to hell, and you should help them get there. That's essentially the tribalistic view, version of religion. And I think it is dangerous, but I don't think it's religion specifically that is at issue here. I think it's tribalism. I think it takes its shape and form in religious extremism, but that's not the root cause of the issue here. Personally, I think it stems from our culture, and I think it's rooted in childhood. I think that we may be, as has been suggested, hierarchical, tribalistic apes, but I think those things can be tempered, and I think they're largely tempered through empathy, through mirroring that empathy in childhood, making children feel like they are safe and secure so as to not trigger that fight or flight mechanism, that survival mechanism that says, I'm living in an insecure world and I have to get mine. Through win-win negotiation, we can help children see that they can get theirs and someone else can get theirs as well. And not only that, but that when they negotiate, and ultimately I think life is just one big negotiation, that they must consider the other person's thoughts, needs, wishes, and feelings when they're negotiating. That's what win-win negotiation says. It says, I would like to go to the library and you would like to go to the zoo. How are we going to work this out between us? And implicit in that is the child having to consider the fact that you want to go to the library. And that when they want to go to the zoo, they have to think, how many times did we go to the zoo? How many times did we go to the library? I know Dad likes to go to the library. And I'm going to have to factor this into my equation. And this is building a groundwork, I think, for negotiation and peaceful coexistence in the future. And I think that coupled with the empathy that's implicit in that as well, the consideration for the child's feelings as well in those negotiations, lends itself towards tempering of that hierarchical, tribalistic nature that we may have. I mean, that may be part of our evolutionary background, but I think in our modern day, it needs to be tempered, because it really doesn't have to be dog eat dog anymore. We don't have to survive necessarily at the expense of others. So I just wanted to say that. Comment below as always, and thanks for watching.